Seems legit.
Hey guys, I got a new toy, so we're gonna go through it and play with it. I haven't opened it yet, it's still sealed. I tried to, and then I was like, oh, we'll just do it on camera. So this is the Mini Heat Press by HTVRont, which is essentially a mini iron. I know they call it a heat press, but to me it is just a mini iron. But I still think it's gonna be super helpful because I'd like to have an ironing, I like to be able to iron on camera next to me, so a small iron should theoretically achieve that goal. So let's open it together. It's got a user manual, which is pretty simple actually. Oh, and it has different heat settings. So it can do 140, 160, and 180 degrees Celsius, which is 284, 320, and 356 Fahrenheit. Wow, Fahrenheit's got weird numbers. Anyway, it also comes with a cute little bag that, let's be honest, I am never going to use. It's cool that it has one, or maybe it's so that you could put something on it. That probably makes more sense. Mine won't live in a bag because I'll be using it all the time. It's got a cord and a little base, and that looks to be it. Pop that down there. It is quite heavy for a small iron. Maybe it is more heat pressy than iron than I thought. That has got quite a bit of weight to it for something so small. Australian plug, which is good. Means I don't have to go and get adapters. Take that off. Alright, I will plug it in and then I think we should play with it. It's also got, whatever this is, mini heat press. It's got all the hertz and watts, which I've never really understood. I'm going to push that towards the plug end because I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to plug it in and then we will turn it on and stuff. It really is quite weighty. I'm excited about that. I know it's weird to want something that's heavy, but as far as like heat press, you want it to be heavier. All right, let me plug it in. All right, so it's plugged in. We're going to, oh, you just push the button. So it's got like a power button. So off, and then you just touch it, and you can have low heat, medium heat, or high heat. Now, 180 degrees is my happy high heat, which is as hot as this goes. So I'm going to put it on to that, and then the instructions say that once it is hot enough, this will stop flashing red and instead be green lights. So we just have to wait for that. Okay, so that got hot in less than 30 seconds. I turned the camera off because I thought it was going to take ages. It didn't. It went hot really quick. It also made a beeping noise, and you can see that the lights are green. Now, I went this morning and bought myself one of these. This is a wool ironing mat, and I got it specifically so that I can do ironing here at the sewing machine. So I sewed this morning. This is going to be a cargo pocket, but it does need an iron. Now, I know this is more heat press than iron, but I still just want to try it out. Works quite well. Love it. So you can use it like an iron. I also need to turn out that corner properly. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly. But this will also be good if you have like iron-on HTV that you put on your things. This would be a great way to do that. I'm going to turn under that raw edge, and then you can just kind of set it. You can put a bit of pressure, but again, it's got enough weight in it that I'm fairly happy about this. We also want to tuck in all that dodgy bit there. Like so. But very, very hot. But this has got holes in the bottom, so it's going to sit up nicely. So this is going to work as, this is going to double as a heat press and an iron for me. It does feel different to my mini iron that I have had in the past though. So the mini iron that I have was quite lightweight, whereas this is quite heavy in a good way. We want it to be heavy. I think I should get something HTV and see how it's going to go with the mini press.
All right, I'm going to have to voice over this because there was some crackling in the recording noise. So I'm taking a small DTF design and we're going to iron it onto the vinyl. Now, normally I would cut it out first and then place it, but I'm in a bit of a hurry today, so we're just going to do it this way. So I've got my wool heat mat underneath so I don't damage my table. And then you want to put fabric over the top and not a Teflon sheet. I find that fabric will damage the vinyl less, and that way we can still iron onto vinyl. So I've got it set at 180 degrees, which is the hottest setting, and I am just doing about 8 seconds and then moving it over. This is me checking to make sure I'm getting all of the edges properly. I also kind of like to rub it a little bit just to make sure it's really going to fuse. And then I've obviously turned it the other way and I'm moving. So if you're going to do big DTF designs, use a big iron. But for this small one, this little iron is perfect. So now that's just me checking it. You want it to cool down before you try picking it off. Here is me. I like to scrape it. I know it's probably not necessary, but I like to get something. This is a Fiskars scissor sharpener, and I'm just kind of scratching over the entire surface just to make sure it's really bonded. Try not to touch it though. That was very hot and very stupid of me. I know better. You want to lift it up. If you lift it up, you let the air go at the top and the bottom, and that way the heat will dissipate quicker. But don't try and pull it off while it's still hot. It doesn't go well. So I'm going to let this cool down, and then we will come back and peel it off.
Okay, that's much cooler now. I can keep my hand on it, and obviously I'm not burning. So now we're just going to... See, that works perfectly. If I can get it closer for you and show you, it's stuck really, really well. There's no peeling at the edges, which sometimes happens. So I'm quite happy with that. That is an awesome heat press. This is a wool pad I got from Spotlight because I just want something so I can do, basically just to do Tory pockets. That's most of the ironing that I do here, but I feel like this is going to work out very, very well. The heavier you iron, in my opinion, the quicker it is to get something flat. So I think this is going to work out really, really well. I'm just going to need to, I don't know, create a holder or something for it. But other than that, that is a great heat press. And then you just turn it off, you just touch it. And it beeps to let you know that you've pushed it in case you've accidentally ironing and like touch the button. I like that it beeps. I feel like that's gonna just keep me aware of it a bit more. And maybe this is just to iron something onto it. It is still hot, so you can use it like an iron. It'd work out, but maybe we'll put something fun on the bag. I personally won't be putting it in the bag though. It's going to live just off camera on a bench right in front of my printer so I can grab it easily, and then I can just turn it on when I go to start videos. But yeah, that's really cool. I like it. It'll be popping up in more videos probably for the foreseeable future. It's a really good heat press. That worked really well on something little. I'm not sure if I would do a big one. For a big one, I'd use my big heat press, but for little stuff and simple ironing jobs, I think this is going to work out brilliantly. Alright guys, I think that's about all I've got to say about that. It's awesome. It's simple to use. Underneath here is not too hot because it's got... Oh, that's hot. Okay, so that bit gets hot. But the surface that it sits on is not really all that hot. So that's something else you might need to know in case you put it on something that is likely to peel. But be careful of this part. This part is now hot. But yeah, that's really cool. I love it. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. There will be a link in the description if you wish to go and purchase one of these. And I'll just keep you updated as I use it throughout other videos. Alright guys, bye-bye.